Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 9th June 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol TRSV nectar NECTAR nectar. In this particular blog, in all my previous videos, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video in this vlog is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of what we have been doing in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my previous videos. So let us continue with the topic of discussion for today. We have been discussing in the past few videos about how a person can change the orbit in which he or she was born to reach another orbit in the path of progression both materialistically and spiritually. In that process, we have already discussed some case histories to prove our point in this regard. Today, we will take leaves from the life histories of some of those film personalities who made it big successfully in the change of orbits in this particular world or material world. They were born in as living entities in a particular orbit, but they decided to take a risk and enterprise and they changed into another orbit which suited their psyche better. So let us continue. The first is one about a person called Dr. Hariboltrsvnectar. This particular person was born in a very humble caste family in a place called Allahabad, which has been renamed as Prayagraj and which is in the state of Uttar Pradesh in India. This guy was highly intelligent and he got educated, graduated, and became a school teacher. After that, because of his talents, he also started to write poetry. The first orbit in the life of this person happened when he became a regular poet and was invited into various conferences and forums of poetry in Hindi literature. He was already well known as a Hindi teacher. Later, this man slowly but steadily made his name in the literary field and wrote several books. But we are not here to talk about this person. We are here to talk about this person's son who was to be named as Inkalab, but who was later on named as Amitabh. Amitabh Bachchan was very good academically because his father was already a teacher. However, though this boy was born in the orbit of a literary family, he was more interested in other pursuits. This guy graduated in science and then, as a change of his first orbit, he got a job as an employee in a shipping commission agent company called Bird and Co. in Kolkata, West Bengal, India. This person worked there, but he was quite restless. His aim in life was something very different. At the age of 27, he left his job and jumped into the unknown to reach another orbit. Actually, he wanted to become an actor in the film industry in the thriving city of Bombay, which was not only a commercial capital of Maharashtra, India, but which was the headquarters of the Hindi film industry called Bollywood. This guy came here as an actor and struggled for a couple of years before he began signing films as lead roles. He began acting as in various character roles, dubbing for other actors, and then giving some average films till in the year 1974, at the age of 32, he hit it big when one of his films called Janjeer became a super hit. It was no looking back for this young man. He was born in an orbit of literary people, poets, etc. He changed that orbit to become an employee in a shipping company, and he again changed that orbit by becoming a film actor in the Indian film industry. Here, from the year of 1974 till the year 1982, for 8 years, he was called a one man industry who gave 27 super hit films, of which 12 were jubilees. This guy succeeded as an actor and later on rose on to become a mega star. So much so that this guy was chosen as the star of the millennium. He did not rest even then. After an accident which made him injured for a couple of years, he again turned back and did some really iconic roles which he could have missed out as a star. As a star, he had to cater to the public to make the movies hit. but now he could take the risk of doing some iconic roles. Actually, he became a bigger star only after he stopped doing those roles for the public. When he started as a star in the film industry, he was called Angry Young Man because he usually did violent roles. But later on, he mellowed down and did some really good roles, which made him internationally famous and an icon in the Indian film industry. Later on, this guy, as on today, is known as one of the biggest film personalities in India and is likely to go even further in his extraordinary career. The second case here is of a female actress called Anu Agarwal. This woman started her career as a model. She was born in a high middle class family in Delhi, in India, and then in her first change of orbit became a model. When she was successful as a model, she again changed her orbit to become a regular Bollywood actress. Here, after acting in several hit, super hit, average, etc. films, she again changed her orbit and became a yoga teacher. Thus, this young lady changed her orbits in life according to what suited her and made her happy and fulfilled in her own quest for life. From model, she became an actress and then a yoga teacher. In the same way, there is one Tamil actress called Ranjita. This woman was also born in a respectable family, but she learned dancing and became an actress in the South Indian film industry. After giving several hit films in the South Indian film industry, she met a godman called Nityananda. Here she changed her orbit into becoming a regular monk and she joined Nityananda. She went to her final orbit when she went to a country called Ecuador where Swami Nityananda had purchased an island which he named as Kailasa. As on date, this lady is the female version of the same Nityananda in his abode in Kailasa in Ecuador, South America. The fourth case is that of a person called Mr. Kamal Hassan. This person was born in a family of lawyers. While his siblings, both brothers and single sister, became lawyers, and his own father was also a lawyer. This guy chose to drop out of school and became a dancer instead. At the very early age of 16, he changed his first orbit and became a dance director in the film industry in South. After working as a dance director, this guy joined another very famous director called K. Balchandar with the intent of becoming a director. But K. Balchandar asked this man to change his own orbit in a different direction. K. Balchandar took this boy in his fold and made him an actor. In other words, this boy was born in a lawyer's family, changed his orbit into dance direction, tried to become a regular film director, but had to change his orbit to become an actor. So good was he in his profession that as on today he has completed around 150 movies and become a superstar both in the South Indian film industry and successful in the North Indian Bollywood film industry also. After giving several hit films, he changed his orbit into becoming a regular producer and actor. After being so for a few years, he again changed his orbit into becoming a regular producer, actor, and director, and he gave one of his best films as director called Virumandi. Today he is considered a living legend and icon in the film industry, and at that peak of his career in the film industry, he changed his orbit and went into politics. He voted his own political party and is trying to contest elections in the state of Tamil Nadu in India. Thus, this man was born in a lawyer family, changed his first orbit, and became a film assistant director in dance, then became another actor by changing his orbit, then changed his orbit to become a producer and actor. Then again, he changed his orbit to become a producer, director, and actor, and ultimately he started or floated his own political party in Tamil Nadu state of India and is trying to contest elections. The third, the another case in the South Indian film industry is that of a person called Rajinikanth. This guy, Rajinikanth, was all actually born as a person called Shivaji Rao Gaikwad in a place called Kolhapur in Maharashtra in India. As a baby, he was brought up in the city of Bangalore in Karnataka, another state in India. Here he began his career as a peon in a bank. Later on, he changed his orbit to become a bus conductor. After being a bus conductor, he succeeded in getting a seat in the Film Institute in Chennai or Madras as it was called then. After graduating as an actor in the institute, he landed a role in the Tamil film industry. He became a regular actor and now he had already changed his orbits from being an ordinary Maharashtrian boy brought up in Bangalore to a peon in a bank, and then a bus conductor, and now a successful actor. Even in acting, he began by doing negative roles, but later on he changed his orbit to begin doing positive roles. Slowly but steadily, he began giving successful films, so much so that he became what is known as a superstar in the South Indian film industry. He mostly acted in Tamil and Kannada films and some Telugu films also. Later on, he graduated to acting in some hit Hindi films also. Thus, this guy was changing orbit after orbit to become a, an icon in the Indian film industry. A person who was just a superstar in the Tamil film industry was now a living legend in the Indian film industry. Meanwhile, as a young boy, he had begun meditating, and slowly but steadily he went into spiritualism and is trying to become something of a monk, even though he continues to act in the films. Thus, one man successfully shifted orbits in the material world and then successfully transcended into spiritualism also. Though he has not become a full-fledged monk, but put his he has gained a toehold in the spiritual world as a person who is now called Rajinikanth from his original name of Shivaji Rao Gaikwad. These are four stories which will tell us how, if we take risks, we can keep changing orbits after orbits in our own lifetime to become something else than what we were born to be initially. It depends on our own willpower, destiny, karma, perseverance, and hard work to become what we want to be. Every human being has a purpose in life. Lucky are those who understand this and who try to find out the real purpose of their life. This way, they will ultimately get self realized and may get poised to be liberated from this repeated cycle of endless births and deaths. Finally, as evolved souls, they may be delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular matter. Please give me your own expert views, opinions, thoughts, and ideas so that I may keep blending it to my own for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.